Hello, beautiful people, and how are you all doing today? It is Saturday Live Parenting Essentials with Oye. All right, I'm here. Let me know if you're there with me and you can hear me. Let me know if you're there with me and you can hear me. Today, I'll be talking about something very important, and I'm going to be diving into it soon, because we have very short time today. So if you cannot finish today, we're going to continue next week. Today, I'm talking about the family and the society. So thank you so much for joining me wherever you might be joining me from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be joining me from every part of the world. And if you're seeing my face for the very first time today, I am Oye Esther, a family life practitioner and a parenting coach. Let's get started. If you don't mind, you can tell somebody that Oye is live, and I'll be sharing the family and the society today. All right, let me know where you're joining me from. Drop a comment. So say hello, hi, so that I can know that you are here and I can greet you accordingly. Or I want to say hello to those who are on YouTube. I always get complained, you know what, you don't say hi to us every time, because most of the time I don't get to see those who are there. And on Instagram, wherever you are, thank you all for joining, even though if I don't come to your platform to say hello. Trust me, I'm giving you a big shout out, and I'm glad you are here with me today. So, what is family and what is society? And in the next few minutes, I'll quickly share some insight that I believe that we need to hear, or might be a reminder for you. We're going to find out shortly. So, a family, we all know when it comes to your mind, when you hear the word family, you always picture in your head, just as we were taught in our primary school, elementary, family is mother, father, and their children. And we have heard this over and over again. We have heard this definition and everything. But you know what? If you look at the time and age that we had today, can we actually say family is a father, mother, and their children? Even though that is not where I'm going to today. If you ask quite a lot of people, if you take the statistics of view or definition from people what family is today, we will know that it is not the same way we used to see it or we were taught anymore. You're going to hear children saying different things. So a child that was raised with maybe mother, two mama, or two fathers, there are quite a lot of things going on in our generation, and this is not where I'm going to today. A family is a group of individuals related by blood, marriage, adoption, who live together or maintain close emotional tie. So it doesn't have to be father, mother, and their children. So as long as I believe that it's about maintaining close emotional ties that we should call a family, and sharing responsibilities, our support, our sense of belonging. That is a family. We share the same sense of belonging. Above all, share same emotional tie. And what is a society? What can we call a society? A large community of individuals bound by shared geographical location. If you are in a particular place, the people you're staying together, where you are, that is your society. That is where you belong. Or where you have the same culture, the law, maybe the same law is guiding you, maybe institute, that is a community. In interacting to meet or collective needs and goals, society, that is a society. But all this definition is not where I'm going to today, and I'm just going to dive into what exactly I want to talk about today. We focus today on roles and identity in family, and I think this is one of the major issues that is causing problem probably in our society, or even in family system itself, because I believe that if these things are not clear or well understood, we will continue to have issues around us, in our community, in our society, even in families. Because if what is called role or identity is not clear, then there is no way we can solve what might be challenging or what can be the problem. So let's talk about roles and identity. So roles can be defined as what each member of the family is doing, your role, what you do, your responsibility. Maybe you are a provider, you are a carer, you are a mentor, you are a nurturer, whatever it is, what you do is your role. What you do is your role. An identity is who a person is. You can't change it. It's not what you choose. Who you are, what shape your personality, your values, your gift, the innate, whatever it is natural to you. That's your identity. It's not what you choose. I want to be this and that. That is who your identity is. But I want you to know that a clear role ensures household stability. When you have a role that is clear to everyone in the family, there's going to be a stability. The family is going to be stable. Also, even our society, if the role is clear, if what we are supposed to do is clear, maybe our world is going to be a better place. You know, the strong identity is going to foster worth and respect. If you know this is what I'm supposed to do and you believe you're supposed to do it and you're doing it accordingly, it's going to make this world a better place. And it is very important for you to know that family is a production factory of the society. And that is what we say in family system engineering, that family is a production factory of the society. And that I want you to keep to yourself. You might have a lot of questions about the society. You might be worried about what is going on. Why is this? But anytime you remember that family is a production factory, that means you can't say much or complain much about the society without going back to the beginning, the foundation, the engineering, where the people have been made before they land into the society. But many a times, we just shut our eyes on family and its roles. We just complain so much about the society. This is not going well. That is not happening. The children, we can have hundreds of complaints. But when we do not understand the foundation or these roles, to get the solution is going to be very, very tough. It's going to be almost impossible. So we often get busy. We talk about society being bad. Things are getting worse. Maybe it's even more dangerous now. We can use time. We can use lengthy time to talk about these things. But are we also using time to look for solutions and what we can do to make these things a better place, to make our society a better place? Because it might not get better in a long time. It might not, if something is not done. And who are the people that are going to do this? That is you and I. And we're going to start from our home. We're going to start from our family. We need to start from our family and stop complaining a lot about the society. And the work needs to start now. We need to realize that every family is going to produce somebody who will end up going out to be part of the society. So can I ask you a question now? Do you have a family? And if the answer is yes, what are you doing with your immediate family? What are you doing? What are you producing in your family? Because whatever you produce in that so-called family is what is going to go to the society. Will your family member be a part of the nuisance or chaotic situation in the society? Or they are going to go out of the society and be part of the solution giver? If you are not sincere with yourself in answering this question, the world might not be a better place. It's a lot of work, and the work is not for just one person. You have work to do. I have work to do. We all have something to do. So we should know whatever I'm doing, if you're a mother or a father, this is a family. I'm producing some set of people, and these people are going to the society. Keep checking yourself. Keep doing self-check. Ask yourself genuine question. Then you will know. Sometimes we live in denial. Sometimes we look away, even when we see that this product I'm having is not going to better the society. But we just know that, my children are okay. If you want the world to be a better place, please get to work. So the product that you see from our society everyone is from a family. So the question is, what went wrong? How did we get to this point? How did we get to the point that, you barely cannot even close your eyes when you are with your child outside? Because you know that we have pedophiles, we have, dangerous people. You cannot even leave your bag in some certain part of the world. You can't even leave your bag and close your eyes. It's gone. You can't put your valuables around. It's gone. What happened? What happened to humanity? How did we get to this point? Maybe everyone is probably busy minding their business at this point. We are tired. Most people are tired at this point, and you don't even want to think about what went wrong, what can we do. You're just busy minding your business, minding your own business. As long as you know how to keep your own children, as long as you know how to keep your belongings safe, it is okay. If we all have that mindset, we might not have any solution in a long time. And as long as we are all in this part of the eternity, as long as we are in one society or the other, we are all endangered. That is why we need to be intentional about what went wrong and what can we do. So you can't continue to say, I don't care about what is going on. And some of you don't even care about what is going on, even in your own home, in your community, in the country, and at the world at large. And some people will think, so are you not telling me I should carry the burden of the world? No, that's not what I'm saying. You are not a Messiah, and I'm not expecting you to carry the burden of the world. But we can do something at a time. We can take a step at a time. Imagine yourself helping a child or a teenager that you know that needs help around you. Maybe just a counseling. Maybe just to pay for therapy for that child. Maybe just one, and you can afford it. Another person is doing something. So we are all taking this step, one step at a time. So that in mind, the world might one day be a better place. So ask yourself again, what happened or what went wrong? How did we get to this point? Has it always been like this? Has our society always been like this? Have we always been living in fear? Has it always been like this? So what happened? And I think one of the things that actually happened that made us to get to this point is lack of understanding of roles and identity. And that is why I'll be sharing more about this shortly. One of the things that happened to our society, to our world today, is because we lack the understanding of roles and identity. So in a family, we know that a man will become a husband and a husband become a father. So do you have to force a man to become a husband or a father? That is not so important. That is where you have to understand the role of a father and a husband and a father. Then it's going to be your decision to know if you want to take upon this role or not. A woman is going to become a wife and a mother. These roles are with responsibilities. But a lot of people didn't think about these roles and its responsibility before they took this responsibility of, I'm going to get married and I'll become a father. I'll become a husband. They didn't think much. They didn't understand when I become a father, what are my roles? What am I supposed to do? Just to father a child. Quite a lot of people didn't think depth. They didn't even look into it and say, okay, what am I going to do? What does it mean to become a father? What does it mean to become a father? So those responsibilities that comes with being a father and it's not being done accordingly. It's what has led some children into trouble. And these children, they've gone to the society, and the society has added to the number of, chaotic giver or issues, problems around the society. So what are you going to do today to help your society? What are you going to do today to ensure that there is solution? Let's talk about husband and wife role. I've already said that it requires commitment, emotional maturity, and people don't know how important it is when we talk about emotional maturity. You can't just say you want to get married when you cannot even think about yourself or how to have self-care. You are not even emotionally mature, but you just went ahead and married somebody's daughter. Then you didn't even stop there. You became somebody's father. Meanwhile, you are not emotionally mature. So this is going to hinder you from delivering your role adequately. Another issue is when there is no shared vision between the man and wife that come together to become husband and wife. Another thing is there is vision, but it's not shared. And another one is there is no vision at all. Both man and woman coming together they have no idea of what is even vision, or what they are even like a template or the map of where they are going to. And you just said love is everything. Ask them what next. What's your plan? They have no plan. What's your plan for raising your children? How do you want to raise your children? When that time comes, we will do it. Do we still need to think about that? It's natural. When the children are here, we will know what to do with them. And that is why we are here today. And this is why we have to change this narrative. If you have people that maybe they're just getting married, you have the opportunity, you can also ask them this question. Let them see pictures, why they need to do this, why they need to think about what they are going into. Is there anything called shared vision? Is there even vision at all? Do they even understand what is vision? I've seen many adults that you ask them what is vision, they don't even understand what is vision. Do I need to dream or what? Are you talking about the dream I have or how I know that this is my wife? You hear people saying different things. And if you continue like this, I'm afraid the world is moving far. Not moving towards solution, but moving far towards destruction. And that is not what we want. So let's go back let's go back a little bit into identity. This is humanity. Your identity is your humanity. That is the man and woman that you are. You are a person. You are created. I said it before. It's not something that you have chosen. I know people say these days, you know what? I don't feel like a girl within me. I don't feel like a boy inside me. I feel like I'm in another body. That's not where I'm going to today. I'm talking about who you are as you came, how you were born. Your humanity. A girl, you're born female, you are born male. That is your identity. That is your identity. You have to know that part. You have to know. That is who you are. So I'm not going into the direction of, you know what, I just don't feel good. I'm sure you have heard that. I know it's common in our world today. I know I'm in a wrong body. I'm not talking to those people, okay? I'm not here for you. Those who think you are in a wrong body, it is well with you. I'm not coming for you today. So you actually don't choose that part of your life. You don't choose your identity. You don't choose the kind of gender you are going to be. You don't choose that. Husband and wife are roles. Those are your choices. You choose to embark on this journey. You have choice to become a husband. You have choice to become a wife. It is totally up to you. So what happens if a man and a woman come together? So if they are not ready, it is better for them to remain male and female and pursue their individual goals, maybe career goals. If you are not ready, or if you are not even sure what you're doing, or if you don't have a shared vision, or you don't even have your personal vision when it comes to family life, what sort of family system you want to run, what sort of parenting style you want to use, then stay man and woman. It is not a must. I know a lot of people will like, okay, do you mean you know everything because before you became a mother or before you became a wife? No, you don't have to know everything, but at least have a vision. A vision doesn't mean that you know everything. It shows that you know where you're going to. It's something that is about to happen. It is not something that is happening at this moment, but it's a picture, it's a guide to where you're going to. So you mean if I don't have vision about the family, I should not? Yes, you should not. You should not start. You should wait until you have clarity. So it is better to remain a male and a female. Focus on your personal growth, and then, your entry, and then focus on these things first. It is very important, because premarital marriage can harm individuals. You will not just harm that child. You are going to start by harming yourself. By extension, you're going to harm your family, and you're going to harm the society. And I think this point is strong enough, and we can dwell on it today. Premature marriage, when you don't know if you're ready, when you don't know if you know the kind of family and the picture you have, the vision you have, and you share with the man, the partner, you will end up hurting yourself. You harm yourself, because maybe things are happening. You don't even know how to explain to your partner. You don't know how to explain your feelings. You're just, anxiety is just setting in. You just don't understand. So this is what marriage entails. You can't just figure out what is going on. You're just breathing down and up. You are trying to explain yourself to your partner, but your partner is not just getting it, because what you are saying does not make sense to your partner, because there is no shared vision. And if you just, you are just like that, before you know it, you become a mother or a father. So you end up hurting your family, because imagine a parent, parent who doesn't have shared vision. So there's always an argument on how to parent your children, even in their presence. There's always an argument what parenting style to use, what to choose for them, the kind of extracurricular activity they should do. If it is important for them to pursue their skill, one is saying we cannot pay that, that's a waste of money. Another person is saying we should invest in our children. Somebody say no, there's no need. Imagine this couple. So you end up not just hurting yourself, you're going to destroy the family, which are your children. And when these children are destroyed, or the family are destroyed, maybe you're just their caregiver, they will end up going to the society and hurt the society. Because that is what they've learned, that is what they've seen over the time. And that is why we have to be intentional in thinking through, in getting ready. And it's just not physical readiness. It's just not about everything. Your emotional stability, readiness is very important when it comes to building a family. Understanding the roles, it is super important. So the role of a father and mother is a choice. I'll keep saying that. If there's nothing you're taking home today, it is not a must. You have seen people that say, no, we are just married not because to have children. This might be weird to a lot of people, maybe in the spiritual view. Some clergies found it like they are crazy or something like that. That's not where I'm going to today. But the truth be told, it is a choice. People choose to be married, and yet they said we are not going to raise children. It's okay for you to judge them, but they have their reasons. Would you rather have them have children that they are going to destroy, and these children will end up destroying the society? And because this is what we all say, people tell you they are not ready. They want to wait after maybe 5 minutes after 5 years or 2 years after they get married, but people are already judging them. Society are telling them, so if you don't want children, why did you get married? We have views, we have points, we can be so judgmental. We have every reason why to tell people what their life should be. Because you believe that, getting married is only about having children. So why do you get married when you don't want to have children now? So I believe somebody's hearing this today, and stop giving other people that are already married, but they know within themselves that they are not ready to take another role. And you're not going to be the one to take those roles up for them. Let them breathe. Let them take their time to define if they are ready to take up this role. Because enough of raising children who is going to be an addition to the society. I'm talking addition of destruction. I'm talking about addition of, nuisance. It's enough. Just stop pushing people. Let them decide. It's their job. I want to take this role. If they get offer letter from work, if you go for a job interview and they are giving you offer letter does not mean you are taking the job, right? You're going to accept it or not. So you giving people time and people choosing to take this role, it's their responsibility. So marriage is not for boys and girls. And when we talk about boys and girls, it's not about age. Because I've seen some boys and girls in their 40s. I've seen some boys and girls in their 30s. So when you hear them talk, you're like, wait a moment. What is happening here? You are in your 30s and sounding like this. So there's nothing about age when I say marriage is not for boys and girls. It's for the matured mind. Matured-minded people. And when we talk about maturity, it's nothing about age. As long as you're an adult, you might be ready. And you can be a young adult, you can be over 40 and still be a boy or a girl. So this is a question and a research that you need to do for yourself, or you get help. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to tell you the truth. You need to check. And this is where we come in also in some of our programs, that we help people to understand their identity, understand if they're ready for these roles or not, and understanding themselves better. So, what am I saying today? Marriage is not for boys and girls. It's for matured mind, matured men, matured women, people that understand purpose. You already understand purpose. You understand what is commitment. You understand what is responsibilities. Marriage is not for, I don't care. It's not. It doesn't work like that. Even if children are not involved, you still have your partner that you cannot do nonchalant to. So think about it. And I'm using this time to speak to the eligible singles. Think about it. I know some people are already in it, they are struggling, they need help. Of course, you can always get help. That's why professionals are there. We are there just a DM away to help you out in that marriage that you're struggling with. But if you're not married yet and you're hearing me, I want to congratulate you because you have all the time to check what you need to check. And that check starts with you. I remember making a video years back and I was talking about you have a list of what you have or what you need or what you want to see in an husband. You put 6 packs, 6 figures, everything, God-fearing, tall, dark. You put all this list, and a lot of ladies are still doing it today. But my question to such ladies is, with all this list, can I see your own list? What do you have to offer? Because when you are looking at all this list in a man, trust me, this kind of man, also they have a list. They know what they want to see in a woman. And I think I made this video about 8 years ago talking about this. They also know what they are looking for. Yes, over 8 years ago, I remember. It's about 9 years ago. They know what they are doing. They know what they are looking for. So stop just sitting somewhere in a corner and be doing a checklist of the man you want to marry or the woman you want to marry. You have all the features you want to see in a lady. Figure 8, maybe brown skin, light skin, with master's, PhD. Hello, bro. Can I see your own list also? So while you are waiting for the right person, what is the effort of you? What is the effort that you are putting in to be the right person yourself? Because we so much live in denial and just ignore. You just believe you're right. How do you know? Looking for Mr. Right, looking for Mrs. Right. Are you Miss Right yourself? Are you right? How certain are you about that? How many assessments have you done? Do you understand even your own love language? Do you know your personality type? Do you understand your likes and dislikes? And these are the major things that we run through at the Eligible Singles Program. And the feedback has been so amazing. So if you're an eligible single listening to me, or you have somebody who is an eligible single, just give them our contact and send us a DM so that we can run through. This program is an 8 weeks program and is a one-on-one program that is going to help you to find who you are beyond the marriage concept. It's going to help you to find you first. It's going to help you to be able to identify if you have any baggage, any form of trauma that you don't want to carry into your future. So, I've said it and I'm going to say it again. It is a choice, not a must, to become a husband or a father or to become a wife or a mother. So think about it today. And I'm going to continue this next week. I'm going to talk about how our family is going to influences the society. And I'm going to talk about how the society is influencing the family. I'm going to stop now because I have other meeting. So next week, I'll talk about how family is influencing the society and how society is also influencing the family. As we go, don't forget that marriage is not for boys and girls. And when we talk about boys and girls, it is not about age. You can be 50, you can be 40, you can be 30, you can be in your 20s and you're still a boy. You can see you are still a girl, not ready yet, not even ready to pick a role that you don't understand. How do you do the job? That is why when we get a new job, we have job description, right? But you don't even understand this job description. You don't even have it. How do you say you are ready? So how are you going to do it? Somebody that says, okay, I speak Arabic during an interview, or I know how to use the computer. I'm very good at Excel, and you're lying in your CV, and they're giving you this thing to come and do at your first day at work, and you're sweating. Say also when you're taking this role of becoming a father and a mother, this is just the most dangerous part. Is these are people's life on the line. If it's your job, you know what the highest is for them to sack you or to allow you to just go through it. If you're using experiments with computers and everything, it's not a problem. But when we have people's life on the line, you wouldn't want to take such a risk. That is a very, 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 very dangerous risk to take with people's life. All right, if you're hearing me for the first time today, I want to say thank you for joining. And this is Parenting Essential. is coming to you from the Vision Guide. It's our Saturday Life, and my beautiful self is Coach Oye Esther. I'm a family life practitioner and a parenting coach, and every Saturday I'm here to all ends talk about family, talk about parenting, and essential skills that we need to journey successfully in our parenting journey. Now today I talk about the family and the society. We can't talk about parenting in details and what is going on without talking about the family. And I said something profound today that I want you to go on with today, that family is the production factory of the society. Whatever product that you see in the society, they were all manufactured from a family. So oftentimes we always say that, you know what, that's a dysfunctional family. We see people, we judge them. That is not the right family. That family is dysfunctional. But do we oftentimes talk about dysfunctional individuals? Before we get to talking about dysfunctional family, people oftentimes don't talk about dysfunctional individuals because we just dysfunctional family. Imagine somebody who is not in understanding of the roles, and you are going ahead to marry somebody who is not in understanding of the roles, what it means to be a wife and a husband. That is already dysfunctional individuals. Once they come together, what do you think they're going to be? They're going to be a dysfunctional family. What is going to happen to the children? And hence, those children are going to the society. And that is why I said this topic is very, very essential. And I want to say thank you all for joining me today. And I'm going to be rounding up this topic next week, by the grace of God. Let me see who is here. If I see you quickly, because I need to run. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. Who is there? Sister Bella, I see you there. Thank you for joining me today. Divine Mercy Vision UK, thank you for joining me. Madam Aderemi, thank you all the way from Ilorin. Dr. Mrs., thank you for joining me today. God bless you. Auntie T, I see you there. Thank you so much for joining me. And everyone on Instagram, I'm not going to go there. Instagram, YouTube, the Vision Guide Facebook page. Thank you all for joining me today. Don't forget that family is a production factory of the society. And whatever you produce in your family, they end up going to the society. So what you are producing, your product, is it going to be of good to the society, or is going to add to the chaotic situation already that we have on ground? Think about it and do the needful. I'll see you next week by the grace of God as I round up on this topic. I'll be talking about how the society is going to influence the family, or influences the family, and how the family influences the society. As we go, don't forget that parenting must be intentional, parenting must be purposeful, parenting must be full of vision. And this vision is what is going to guide us jealously. And that is why we say, only the vision guides. Stay blessed, and God bless you.